One day, the main character was cooking breakfast, because his mother let him cook. Then this big woman is the main character's mother. The main character was now done cooking, and they had their breakfast. While they were eating breakfast, his mother mentioned that her best friend will be coming tonight. So, she asked the main character to cook more food later for dinner. By the way, his mom's best friend is the main character's crush. In addition, that woman was single, because her husband passed away a couple of years ago. Then years later, the main character develops some feelings towards that matured woman, because it seems like he was a man of culture with that specific taste. The night had come, and they were now having a drinking party. Then the main character's crush was complimenting his homeboy cooking skills. By the way, the name of the tan woman is Shiori. Anyways, Shiori is going to have an overnight stay, and that moment is lit for the main character. The drunk woman has passed out on the couch, and the main character can see the defenseless assets getting exposed. However, the main character was able to control his inner demon. So, he became a gentleman, and he put a blanket on her instead. Early morning the next day, the main character's mother is now going on a business trip, so the main character will be left alone. He was a single man, and being alone at home is a blessing in disguise, because he can play an unlimited solo player game with himself. Then he opened his laptop to watch a motivational video. Of course, he was watching a motivational speaker that looks like his crush. The main character started his solo gaming session with a gaming equipment, and he was narrating the name of his crush for more solo gaming inspiration. Then he reached the peak of his single player game. Suddenly, mom's best friend opened the main character's room, because door locks is not yet invented in this anime. Then she was surprised with what she saw, and asked if he was making milkshakes. Bruh. The main character was in a panic, and he wanted to have some privacy. He was looking at his crush at this awkward moment, so his joystick became ready to play. Then suddenly, the main character stood up, and he accidentally slipped because of his own milkshakes on the floor. So, his face landed on her sacred sanctuary, and it was a mission failed successfully. Then he started getting high by sniffing the old age coke. The main character was embarrassed, because his hidden weapon was seen by his crush. Therefore, he wanted some gender equality, so he wanted to see her top secret assets in exchange. She let the main character win, and she did not stop him from doing unboxing. Then it was a dream come true for the main character, because he was able to see her enormous treasure. After that, Shiori gave into temptation, because it's been a while since the last time she got an opportunity to have a vanilla milkshake provider. The main character was a single since birth like me, but he was lucky to experience some gulp gulp 3000 from his crush. Anyways, the main character crafted his vanilla milkshake, and he did not hesitate to directly feed it to his crush. Then his crush flex her matured woman skills by drinking every single drop. The main character was gifted with too much vitality, so his little buddy was now full HP. He requested to have his first time graduation ceremony with her, and she was willing to cooperate on making him successful. After that, the matured woman was giving the main character a free training course about woman. Then the main character learned the importance of giving a helping hand to ladies. Putting too much information in his brain was giving him dehydration. So, he became thirsty, and he drank the tasty water source in front of him. Then his crush gave him a summer vacation at home, and he was now swimming with the warm ocean water. After that, it was now her turn, and the main character will now receive his awakening phase. Then she ride on the Iron Pegasus to transform the main character into a normie. The main character's weapon activated the domain expansion, and he speed run her dungeon in 1 second. Luckily, she was an understanding woman, and she forgive him for his instant completion. Then they have some romantic kisses to punish my single eyes. After that, they have the clapping activity, and she was very happy with his massive intensity. Next, the main character donated his vanilla milkshake in the matured chamber. However, his swords will cannot be broken, so she decided to give him a cleaning service using her vintage vacuum cleaner 9000. Then the main character uses his high-precision explosion to give her a headshot marination. The main character was still energetic, so they continued their wholesome moments together. The next day, the main character woke up very late, because he had an overnight hard-working job yesterday. It was noon time, and he was hungry. Luckily, his crush went to his house to cook lunch for him. Then the main character let her cook, and he was observing her cooking skills. However, it seems like he was actually observing something else. Then the main character took this opportunity to give her a helping hand, but not for cooking. She was not ready for his surprise attack, but it was already obvious that she wanted more wholesome bonding moments. Suddenly, she showed him her grocery of defensive items, and she wanted the main character to postpone his attacks, and save it for later. However, waiting is not found in the main character's vocabulary, and he initiated the battle. Then Shiori eat lunch first, and she was eating a fresh homemade meat. After that, she installed the safety feature on his sword to prevent the 9 months inflation. Then they started the recreational activity at home using canine method, and the main character released the build-up power within him. Shiori still have tons of grocery items, so they continued using all of those equipment to maximize the efficiency of material use. Anyways, the main character's mother have returned home, and she brought a lot of imported goods. However, she have no idea that her son was having a character development towards her best friend. Suddenly, the main character stared at the kitchen, and he remembered all the nostalgic memory. One night, they are supposedly going to have a bonding together. However, the main character's mother was working overtime. So, he spends the night with the beautiful best friend of his mother. The main character was wondering if his crush have feelings towards him, and he was now spacing out. Then the matured woman was now drunk from drinking wine. For the main character, she was also like a wine that tastes better with age. Anyways, the main character started babysitting the adult woman, because she cannot walk properly. Then the main character invited her to take a break. In front of them, the Palace of Wonders and Magic appeared, and it was calling them to become their guest. They rented a room, and they started their wholesome romantic moments. Suddenly, Shiori told the main character that she was wearing a special combat uniform beneath her clothes. Then she revealed that to the main character, and he was speechless to see the alluring power of that gear. It was a wonderful food for the main character's eyes, so he cannot hold back anymore the power of his raging sword. She wanted him to do the safety method, but the main character wanted the dangerous method.
Yeah, boy.
His sword was now a savage creature, so she easily became a human water gun. Despite her resistance, she was actually craving for a raw meat, because carnivorous diet is risky but thrilling. She knows that the main character was the only son of her friend, but the call of culture is more important. Suddenly, the main character stopped their clapping exercise, because this woman don't want the risky mode. Then the main character told her that he became a good boy for a month, and he did a self-preservation just for this moment to give her a creamy milkshake. After seeing his massive resolve, she gave him the freedom pass. So, the main character accepted her offer, and he deposited his vanilla milkshake in the sacred chamber. The main character have gathered up his balls of steel, and he told her that he wanted her to become his woman, and he will provide her with more cultural moments. That was an amazing offer for a single woman. So, she was now officially the main character's vanilla milkshake dumpster. Then the main character keeps on giving her his 1 month supply of vanilla milkshake. The next day, the main character's mom scolded him, because he made her best friend pregnant. Anyways, that's the end of this cultural anime recap with a unique kind of romance. Well, age is just a number, as long as both individual was on the legal age. By the way, here is the sauce of Usasi pasta, and please fan it carefully, because it's hot. Then I hope the single community will get lucky, and thank you for watching my weird anime recap.